Today on The Link Show, we're going to break a Guinness World Record.
And we're finishing our series on Built Different and looking at Nehemiah in the Bible.
All that and more.
Are you ready?
Let's get linked!
Whoop, whoop. We are back, baby, with another episode of The Link Show.
There we are.
Ain't that right? And it is currently 1-1.
Yes.
1-1 on the
One
game
each
series.
on the
We're
board.
tying right now. We're tying. You said something about potentially breaking records.
A Guinness World Record.
That's huge.
Do you remember reading those books as a kid where it was all the different Guinness World Records?
I
That
do
would be
remember those.
Sick.
I just don't know how they kept breaking records every year to get a new book.
I want to be in that book.
We could be in that book
We could be in that book.
today.
That would be awesome.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Well, I just don't know what the record is. What are we doing? I don't know.
I don't know, I'm nervous now.
I'm nervous now as well. But hey, we'll find out very soon. But right now, why don't we turn to your shout-outs?
The Link Crew and shoutouts go perfectly together just like pineapple on pizza, so let's get straight into them. 5B, Victory College says, you guys are awesome. Would love you to visit us again. You should do a trick shot challenge or paint each other. I love the trick shot challenge. That sounds awesome. In fact, it might be coming up in a following week. Keep your eyes posted. And we'd love to come visit you again. That sounds amazing. We don't know how it would work, but we'd love to come anyway. Jude says, what is your favorite pancake topping? Ooh, answering Cece Miguel's question from last week around. What is your favorite topping? Yours is ice cream with lollies, Tim Tams, and whipped cream. Yum, and Miguel is the goat. That is awesome, mate. My favorite is ice cream with strawberries and a little bit of syrup on top. Definitely not that lemon sugar business that Cece was talking about. That's crazy. McKenna said, hey guys, I love your videos. They are super fun to watch. Go Miguel and Cece. Love the Bible stories as well. I'm so glad you love the Bible stories, McKenna, because that's what it's all about, learning a bit of the Bible. And I love that you go for Cece and Miguel, because then you can't lose. INC Kids said, thanks so much for hanging out with us at conference. We think you guys are the best. Hey INC, you guys are the best at conference. It was so fun being there and hanging with you all. And the last shout is actually a friend from INC, and her name is Mercia, and it is because she is the one that gave me the idea for this week's challenge, because Cece and Miguel don't know this yet, but it is a cup stacking challenge. Well, I want to see if they can set the Guinness World Records for cup stacking, and it's because Mercia was the best cup stacker at INC, so shout out Mercia. But yeah, that's it for our shout outs for today, guys. Make sure if you love The Link Crew, make sure to go to thelinkcrew.com, chuck in your shout outs, press the YouTube button, catch up on all of the videos that we've got. But right now, let's go check out Buckles Preach Part 1. Yee!
Okay, so those of you that have watched The Link Show before know that I love building things. I helped build these studios that we're filming in right now, like these walls, the lumber, the timber, like the plywood, everything. I painted these sets. I helped put the couch together when they arrived from the shop. The carpet tiles on the ground, I helped put those down with the help of our team, like Noah and Lockie. All of our guys are awesome. We built it together. It was so much fun. But one thing I love building, probably more than anything else, is puzzles. We've talked about puzzles before on the show. I always seem to have a story about puzzles because they're awesome. And I remember one time we bought this really big set. It was like a, 5,000 piece or 10,000 piece puzzle set. Like it was a monster. It was big. And we're at school and the teacher gave us a challenge. It was a race. It wasn't just like finish the puzzle at camp like we've done in previous stories. We had to race. And so there was like a couple of us in the room. The pieces all got put out and the teacher set up a timer and said, this is a big puzzle. You need to get this done by Friday. And I think it was like Tuesday at the time. He said, you don't have to do it on your own. You can recruit other people. You can ask for help, but you need to have it done by Friday. And if you do, at Friday lunch, I'll order pizza. Like it was something crazy like that. It was so much fun. And so we start frantically putting this puzzle together. There was just like 2 or 3 of us at the time. And on the Tuesday, that first day, we figured, we can do this on our own. We don't need help. And the reason we were doing the puzzle, actually, so that you know, is it was raining all week. It was one of those weeks where the weather had said, it's going to rain all week at school. We can't go out and play. We all had to stay inside. And so the teacher was clever and came up with a cool idea and said, all right, puzzle race. So we get through the end of Tuesday and we've hardly even done the edge. Like we're looking at this puzzle and we're like, we found all the edge pieces, but like they're not even all on there. I don't think we're going to be able to finish this. We need help. And so the next morning when we get to school, we go around to every single one of our friends. We're like, guys, the teacher said that if we get this puzzle done by Friday, then we all get pizza. And they're like, wait, who gets pizza? I'm like, well, the people that helped build the puzzle. And so we only told like 6 or 7 of our friends. So there was only like 10 people that we told. And so we said, we're going to be in there in first and second break. So first lunch break, second lunch break, in there doing the puzzle. And so the 10 of us, we should be able to do it. We get to first break and get to the room, and about 30 kids showed up. Our friends had then all told their friends, guys, there's a puzzle challenge and everybody that helps gets a pizza. And so there's now 30 of us crammed in the room, and the teacher walks in and he's like, wait, what's going on? And we're like, we're all doing the puzzle. We're all getting pizza. And the poor teacher, because the teacher's like thinking, oh, I'll just buy pizza for like 6 or 7 people. That was what he was planning. That was what he was going to do. The word soon spread across like the whole school. And so every break there were people lining up to try and get into this room. And like there were more kids wanting to try and do the puzzle than there were kids. And so the teacher had to make a rule. It's like, only my class, only the kids in my class can do it. So there was like 25 of us, right? And so it went from 3 to 10 to 30 to, hundreds of kids wanted to do it. And then I think I heard stories that other teachers did the same thing then, because all these other kids are like, we didn't get to do the pizza challenge. We want to do the pizza challenge. So then their teacher's like, all right, fine. But it was fun. And so we get to the end of the week, and sure enough, because there's a whole team of us now, the whole class, we were able to get the puzzle finished. We took turns. So like first break would be the guys, we'd all go in and the girls would eat their food. And then second break, the girls would go in and work on it. We'd all go out and eat our food, and then we'd swap and take turns. We built like a roster on the wall of who was going to do it. Kids that would get dropped off to school early for like before school care, they got put on the roster, and so they would rock up before class. And then the kids that stayed late for like tutoring or had to wait for their parents to pick them up, they got to go in there after school. And so we made this big thing where all together as a class, we smashed it. And I think we finished the puzzle by Thursday night. Like it was done before Friday. So sure enough, true to his word, teacher organizes a pizza party, and Friday is awesome. But I was thinking, right, if it was just me and my 2 or 3 mates at the beginning trying to do it, we would never have finished the puzzle in time if we had just tried to do it ourselves. But because we decided to bring in the troops, bring in the team, we're all in this together, we're building together, we got it done, and we got it done early. And honestly, we had the best time doing it as well. And I was thinking about our lives, like we face challenges in our life. Sometimes things are hard, they're tough challenges, and if we try to face them on our own, it can be really difficult. But I do know that when I read my Bible, I see that when we work together with other Christians and with friends around us, life doesn't necessarily become easier because the challenge is still there, but it's easier to overcome the challenge because we have help. So we're going to take a look at a story in the Bible about that and learn what we can see about working together and building together. But we'll talk about that in just a minute.
And we're back with another challenge. And yes, guys, I'm on this side of the camera. How are we doing?
Hi, Noah.
Hello.
Good, we're good. I see cups.
Yes, sir. Today's challenge is a Guinness World Record cup stacking competition. You have to go from a 3-6-3 setup to you'll make a stack of 3, a stack of 3, then a stack of 6.
True.
Then you're going to knock it all down and do 2 stacks of 6, then knock it all down, then do 1 cup facing the right way, 1 cup upside down, and then a stack of 10. Put it back down to how it is looking right now, which is a 3 stack, 6 stack, and a 3 stack. And whoever can do that first is the winner of this week's challenge and could potentially get the Guinness World Record. Would you guys like to know how fast you're hoping to do all of that in?
Yes.
Yeah.
4.88 seconds.
True. I think we've lost.
I think they've got it in the bag.
We got this.
I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to practice, run through the steps, and then after that, we're going to have a race and we're going to see who is fastest. Let's go. Cece, I've seen a few early drops. How are you feeling?
Look, I'm definitely glad we got time to practice. If this was the real go, I would not be thrilled.
That was good. That was good, though. That was efficient. Miguel, I hear fans at home call you a superstar athlete of all sports. Would you class this as one of the sports that you're an athlete in?
No, I don't pride myself in weird sports like this, but I respect it.
You respect it.
I respect it a lot. Yeah.
What do you think the strategy is for today?
Just don't lose to Cece, I think.
Here we go. He's done 1 full round in 1 practice.
No,
I
he
think
hasn't,
we're at.
'cause you need to
he
finish
didn't
it
finish
like
correctly.
this.
You're so right, Cece.
I'm on it.
Did you win?
I think we've about 2 minutes into our practice and they've done it and Miguel's done it once. Miguel in green corner, Cece in blue corner. The greatest challenge of them all, cup stacking. 3, 2, 1, go.
build. Oh shoot. Oh no, I stopped up. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. That was crazy.
Go check the animated Bible story, but
In the Old Testament of the Bible, we know that Solomon built a great temple to God. But many years later, hundreds of years in fact, God's people had stopped following God's ways. And so the enemies of Israel had come and destroyed Jerusalem. The temple was torn down and the city walls were broken. God's people were taken away. But God did not forget his people, even though they disobeyed him. One day, a man named Nehemiah heard the news. The walls of Jerusalem are still broken. The people there are in trouble. But Nehemiah didn't shrug it off. Although he was in a distant land, he prayed and fasted and cried. And then he did something brave. He went to his king and asked for permission to go back home and rebuild. His king let him. When Nehemiah arrived back in Jerusalem, things looked bad, but he didn't give up. He gathered the people together. He said, let's rebuild the wall. We can do this. And so everybody had a job. Families, workers, and even some of the kids helped. Stone by stone, brick by brick, they rebuilt the walls. Time and time again, the enemies of the Israelites tried to stop them, but Nehemiah led them with courage and with faith, following God's plan. In just 52 days, the walls were finished and the city was protected again. God's people had hope. Because Nehemiah trusted God and followed God's plan, God rescued the Israelites and gave them a home again. I love this story so much because there's this guy Nehemiah. He's not even in the country. He's in a different country serving a different king. And he hears this story that the city walls are still destroyed and a spark of fire begins inside of him. And he finds a way to get released to go back and start the process. But he doesn't try to build the wall on his own. He doesn't get there on his own and pick up a brick and put it down. He knows he can't build on his own. The challenge is too big for one man. And so he gathers the people. Let's build together. And that's this whole series. We're looking at different ways of building. And one of the things that I think are really important is that we're not meant to build alone. We're not meant to build our lives on our own. We need people to come alongside of us who are maybe older than us or more experienced than us to speak life into us, or people that have already faced the challenges that we're going to face. And I love that in the story, there's moments where they're worried that they're going to get attacked while they're building, like it's a vulnerable moment. And so Nehemiah's smart. He says, all right, well, some of you are building, some of you are on watch duty. Each person can build their section, and all together, when we build our piece working together in families, we can rebuild this massive wall. And they get it done really fast, like faster than people were expecting. And so I look at my life and I know that the times I've tried to make myself better on my own hasn't worked out great. But when I see something in my life that I want to get better at, whether it's a physical skill or whether it's learning to be patient or kind, it's always been better when I've gone to someone who is already a patient person or already a kind person or already a generous person, and I say, will you help me build? Because you've done it before. You know where the bricks go. You know how to follow the plan. You've followed God's plan for your life, and now I want to follow God's plan. Help me. You see, you're not meant to build alone. If you're at a Christian school, you'll have Christian teachers that can help you build. If you're at church, you've got amazing kids leaders, kids pastors, and even your church pastors that want to help you build your life. And the cool thing as a kid is that if you're in a Christian environment, You're probably surrounded by Christian adults. And here's the good news. Most of us Christian adults, we've already made all the mistakes. We know how to do things the right way because we already did it the wrong way, and we know how to help you avoid the wrong way and avoid the hurt and actually live fulfilling, amazing lives. But you've got to be willing to partner. If you try to build alone, I promise you it gets way harder than it's meant to be. But when you build with people, when we build together, we're better. It's our big point. It's what I want you to remember, that we are better when we build together.
That was so hectic.
Bro.
My hands are shaking.
My heart was like,
I genuinely, my fingers just wouldn't move fast enough.
I was so concerned when I dropped cups. Like,
Oh,
to start
when you
with.
drop cups, I was like, oh, we're good. And then at the end, my cups just wasn't like moving. I was like, oh, now I'm stuck.
I didn't let the pressure get to me. I just kept going and it worked.
I let the pressure get to me.
Perseverance, kids.
I let the chatter get to me, you know what I'm saying?
My heart is still like, I'm not okay. That was
not okay.
stressful.
It was wild. It was wild. But you know,
Stressful.
it tied well with the message.
It was a wall. We were building a wall.
We were building a wall, and the whole message was about that we can build God's kingdom.
That's it.
And like right now, what we're doing, we're helping build God's kingdom on this show.
Being part of the Link Crew. And you guys are part of God's kingdom by tuning in every week, and we love it. Sending in your shout outs, make sure you head to thelinkcrew.com, send them through, and check out the YouTube, hit that button, see all the extra fun videos. But I think that's it for us this week.
That's it. I'm Miguel.
I'm Cece.
I'll see you next time on The Link Show. Bye.